like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth.
Gangster Chronicles, this is not your average show.
We'd like to welcome everyone to another episode of the Gangster Chronicles podcast. It's your boy Bigg Steele.
Yeah.
And today we have the future president of the United States that's going to legalize weed across the great lands of the USA. He's going to legalize marijuana. He's going to have a platform. He's going to get brothers out of prison. We're going to stop giving all the bread to these foreign countries and going to start spending it here. None other than Mr. Afroman.
Buckeye, yeah, and you know why. That's right.
Yeah. Man, what's going on with you, man?
Man, everything.
Man, you know, I was looking the other week, man, right? And I saw all this stuff online, like, you know, everybody's talking about Afroman running for president, right? So I saw the platform, man. Your platform sound better than every motherfucker that done ran for president of the United States in the last 30 years.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I got that mandatory black agenda in my mind. You know, I got reparations for slavery and real police reform. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, like if a cop has any ties to, like, you know, white supremacy or, you know what I'm saying? I don't think any biased person should be a police officer. Not even homies, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
'Cause they might, you know, they pull you over, they got a chip on their shoulder about something, and then, you know, It ain't gonna be fair. So I'm gonna put that in place. If I ever see them with a Confederate flag or they tied to some kind of white supremacist group, they don't serve and protect me. And they don't serve and protect, you know, the full population of America. So I don't want them on the force. And then, you know, if you a good cop and you ain't telling on a bad cop, as far as I'm concerned, you just as bad as the bad cop because you ain't saying nothing.
So you clean the house on everybody?
Oh, yeah, man, because, you know, the police have a lot of power, and they got access to our children. They got access to our loved ones. You know, we need to know how to act, but, you know, it ought to be something in place to make them obey the law they represent.
Yeah, for sure. What made you decide to up and run for president? Because you know what? At first, maybe 15 years ago, I'd have said, man, it's going to be hard. I don't know, man. But then Trump fucked around and won that motherfucker. That changed the game.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think he was going to win either. I don't think nobody thought that motherfucker was going to win.
Man, I'm going to tell you something.
Maybe motherfuckers was just tired of the same old shit, you know. Probably feeling like, you know, since the motherfucker, you know, he wasn't no politician. The nigga was about money and business and shit. So, and then, you know, he was with that white agenda. So, you know, a lot of people put him in office because, you know, they knew he was going to push that all-white agenda.
Yeah, man, it ain't the man, it's the party and it's the policies.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I can put the policies up. I can put a cartoon up there. I'm like, this cartoon is going to give you your gun rights. He's going to build that wall. Well, everybody has stickers with that cartoon on it, you know, because that's you know, it's the policies. So I'm going to yell out all the policies I feel are right. And, you know, you never know how many people might agree with me.
Man,
I mean, it's always gonna be people to agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Especially from our side, dealing from with the shit we've had to deal with as far as being black in America, so to speak. So, but when it comes to, you know, pushing our agendas, like you said, it's still motherfucking states who don't want to legalize marijuana, which is the dumbest shit on the planet right now.
Right. Another thing, I think we need you got the Democrat and the Republican Party. We need a black party. You know, black party, reparations for slavery. You know, real police reform. You know, I'm thinking about studying and discussing a person not even being able to patrol a neighborhood unless they from that neighborhood. Like it ain't gonna be no mistaken identities. You know that's Mrs. Parker's son, which employs more people, you know, from the community doing police work and everything.
Community policing.
There's a black agenda. You know, those are my two. I don't like asset forfeiture. For as I'm concerned, that's just robbery. You know what I'm saying? Cops have pulled me over a few times and just, this is drug money, and just took my rap money. You know what I'm saying? And this, that, and the other. No more asset forfeiture. You know, everything that I feel is wrong with the police system, everything that we've experienced, that we don't want our sons and the younger generation to experience, that everything that's wrong, you know, I get in that position, I'm going to try to fix it.
Yeah, it's been a whole lot of shit.
Yeah, but we need a black political party. I think I seen one. It said our black party. I don't know, just in case, you know, but I got to, if it ain't one invented already, we need to invent one. We need to put one together. You know what I mean? You know, I probably won't try to get too fancy with the title. You know, it ain't no clan or nothing. White people can be in the black political party. If you got something to contribute to the benefit of black people in America under the circumstances we done been under, then, you know, come on, join the party. You know, certain things need to be done to make stuff right. Come on in and help contribute.
For sure. You know what I have been seeing lately is that hip-hop is a very powerful medium. Everybody, you know, and I think it always goes back and forth with country for the number one music in the world, number one genre in the world, because country and rap ain't too far off. It's pretty much the same stuff. If you listen to a country song, they talking about the same thing, except they talking about their truck, some bitches and alcohol.
Right.
You know, rap, you know, money, weed, bitches, you know, it's the same shit, right? Talk about the same thing. So I think definitely, man, because you got a hell of a fan base, and that's what we go through. I don't know if you remember, but this actual facility right here, we partnered up with a cat named Big A. They used to have a spot in Compton called Underworld Records, right? And I remember way back, this is when I was a young nigga, I still had a hairline back then, man. You know, he had told me, man, because me and him was messing around, I had a record store in Paramount. He was like, man, you got to get on this, man. It's a cat from out here from Palmdale, man. Afroman. And I used to always ask, we used to bump the tape, right? We used to bump the tape in the store down there. I'd be like, man, I used to ask about you, man, where Afroman at? He said, still, he'd go cut the fro off because he said he's going to get a job. He said one time he was talking about cutting the fro off. And then he told me you moved out of town.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, like some years go by later, you got the biggest motherfucking record in the world. Let's talk about that journey. Like, what happened between you coming from out here? Because I know you really from the hood.
Right.
You really from the hood. You know what I'm saying? So what happened from that point, man, where you was running around slinging the black and white tapes? It was a black and white album cover, right?
Yeah.
To you going out of town to Mississippi or somewhere and you just blowing up.
Man, I was... you know, after I dropped out of Palmdale High School, I was on my own. I was doing all right. I was slanging. I was maintaining. I had me a house in Compton, and the rent was like $900 a month. And like, I'm working at the airport. I'm slanging CDs, and I got a girl. She's supposed to be going half with me on the bill, you know. But right around the 20th, we always get into that coincidental fight.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then she go running back to her daddy's house, and then, you know, I get hit with the bills. My dad called me up. My dad had left California, and he got some property in Mississippi. And he was like, he bought this house way back before he brought us to South Central. He bought a house down there. And he was like, Joseph, he said, you out there, he was like, the cost of living in California is really high. He was like, you don't really know because you was born there and you ain't been nowhere to compare. He was just like, minimum wage in Mississippi is the same amount as minimum wage in California. Cost that. He was like, my mortgage on my house is $150. a month. And he was like, your rent is $900. And he just talked to me until he just talked to me into coming down there. He was like, you're going to have more money, blah, 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 if you just come to Mississippi.
And what part of Mississippi?
Hattiesburg.
Okay.
Then I realized that L.A. is an entertainment warehouse. L.A. entertains the world. You know, I was born here. You see people coming out of New York, but I didn't understand like how much entertainment competition is here. I be out there trying to sell my CD. I pull out my CD. The dude I'm trying to slang it to pull out his.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And he want to swap, and his don't be as dope as mine. You know, I got the short end of the stick. No money and a whack CD. So, but when I went out of town, there was more consumers than entertainers. People didn't want to entertain; they wanted to be entertained. So the cost of living was lower, so they had more play money. They had more money to take chances with my CDs, as opposed to an LA cat, you know, giving me some smooth line, I'm cool, homie, you know, whoopty, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was just, you know, like I say, it was LA entertained the world, so demand was outside the state of California. That's what I didn't know, but when I got out there, you know, I was starting to get my tapes off way better.
Yeah,
so
sure.
saving money with the cost of living, more people spending with my CDs and everything. You know, boom, I came back to LA. I realized LA is where you come after you make it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, when we was born here, so, you know, we try to make it out of here.
Exactly.
But what you need to do is get up out of LA, take a lap around the country, and then come back and pick your house. I want, you know, but yeah, this is where you come after. It's the home of the stars. But you don't need to be here till you're a star or something, you know, because it's hard to make it from LA.
Yeah, for sure. So were you still hand in hand with it when you went out to Mississippi initially, or did you hook up with a distributor?
Both. I was hand in hand. I was out the trunk. I was doing everything one man because I only knew how to do so much. I knew how to rap, knew how to make the beats. I knew how to press up the tape, but I didn't know how to get it in stores. I knew how to do the consignment thing,
right?
But I didn't know how to really get it going on across the countries and have it in every store. So that was the next level for me. That's the record deal. That was the next thing I needed. You know what I'm saying? But I met a dude down there that had his own record label, and you know, he helped me get my CDs distributed in stores, like to the point where it may not be sitting on the shelf, but if they pick up the phone, they had access to it.
Right.
And so people went in there hollering it. Yeah, Afroman, hang on a minute. Okay, then next thing you know, boom. By, you know, word of mouth and by, you know, demand. It was on the shelf down there, and then, you know, spreading, getting bigger and bigger.
I'm getting bigger and bigger now. Because I Got High, it took off, man, because you had been grinding for a while. You know what I'm saying? You've been on the grind. It wasn't no overnight success stuff. You know, you was on your grind.
Yeah.
When that record hit, man, where did it hit at first? Like what was you hearing the commotion about it?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna tell you something. It was in Hattiesburg, right? And like, I made it. You know what I'm saying? Cats would come by my house to smoke weed, and then I'd play my tapes for them while we were smoking. Because usually I could sell them a few CDs, you know, while we smoking. So, you know, I'm doubling up, you know, they getting a little bud, So, I was playing it for cats. They was liking it. They come out, they were like, yeah, let me get this, and let me get a t-shirt, let me get about 3 of them CDs. They was making runs for other people, you know, throwing their little $5, $10 on there, taxing them, you know what I'm saying? And boom, 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 boom. Sometimes the same dude would come back to my house, still want to see, so I know he was getting them for other people. And then I couldn't find nowhere to perform. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was just one of them old black clubs down in the hood in Hattiesburg that black people don't even go to. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them old man clubs. And I talked him into letting me sing in there. I said, I got a crowd. I just need somewhere for him to come. So he's like, all right, they can come in here if you can get them back here. I said, all right. So I put my flyers all over Hattiesburg. I went crazy. Ooh. And I had Because I Got High. And it was in the back. These bars was in the back of the ghetto. And man, I remember I was rapping something. And I remember 4 white girls from USM. Blonde hair. It was like slow motion. They was holding hands. Their hair was in the wind, just blowing. They ran up to the front. Just like, because I got high. So I stopped I had a little CD player. I stopped it and I put it on the number that I had the instrumental for Because I Got High. And I started singing it. They got on their cell phones. They're like, the guy sings Because I Got High. He's here. They started walking around the place, started giving up the address. Man, people just started pulling in that place, trucks, all kind of junk, man, you know what I'm saying? And I just seen like that song was a game changer. Like people like my flow, but it couldn't pull them like that. But that song made, this is in Mississippi, and the white people didn't come back there. You know.
They was back there because of you. And that's one thing I noticed with your crowds. You got a real diverse audience, man. It's like them white women love you, though. White folks love you.
Is it difficult to maintain that type of audience?
No. If people like you and they can relate to you, you got them. Like
being from the hood and knowing your backgrounds with that and knowing, dealing with people expect us to be certain way as fucking rappers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And don't think we should have another side to us. Like everybody come from LA got to be them type of niggas, you feel me?
Right.
So, when you was doing your music, did you ever feel like, you know what I'm saying, or when you was writing I Get High, how did you think people would take that? Did you think it would be like one of those, or did you think it would just relate to the niggas, so to speak?
I thought the world would like it, because I was seeing the world smoke weed.
Okay.
And so if you can relate to what I'm doing, then you can feel what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If I talk about low riding, the dude over here with the truck, he might like the beat or something, but he might not. I don't know. But a low rider going, yeah,
exactly,
yeah, seesawing, But that's a weed smoking. I really thought weed was gonna get legal because too many smart people did it. People that were smarter than cops was doing weed. Like, it'll be doctors like, Joseph, look, this is a Coke can, but if you screw this top off, there was just too many smart, innovative people getting behind it. Yeah. I was like, and then, so I'm seeing different people smoke bud. So, I'm looking for something to do. Like, I'm a rapper. You want to write about something that's people gonna buy and they gonna like, So I was writing about everything, and I was like, man, what if I did me a little simple weed song, man? Everybody smoke weed, and something they can relate to, getting high, having a good time, forgetting to do something important.
For sure, and it's a whole bunch of people like that. So you did pick a topic because motherfuckers love getting high. Everybody.
Yeah. And forgetting shit like a motherfucker.
I remember I was at the mall, man, and forgot where I parked. And I was just walking around the motherfucking thing and come to find out I had to have my wife come up there and get me and everything because I was like, man, I don't know where the fucking car is at. Fucking with that weed.
Man.
Fucking with that weed. So you picking up your buzz is coming up, When did the record label start calling?
Like a year later, like I was putting it down in 2000. Like I was a ballin' rapper without a record deal. You know what I'm saying? I became a legitimate rapper. I was working at the chicken place, and I went to this dude invited me to this farm, and I got on top of this picnic table, and I did a cappella the song I got called Crazy Rap. I'm on Coke 45, 2 zigzags, and everybody laughed, and everybody bought a CD. I had like 200 CDs. So I made $2,000 in one night. Now I'm tripping because I work all week for $150. So I'm like, boom. And then from that party, people is telling me, next weekend, can you come to my house? We're having to get together, and we want 50 CDs. Johnny want 20. Bam, bam, bam. So I don't even have to work no more because I'm looking at my little calendar, and it's full of these little mini parties. You know what I'm saying? And I had it loaded up to about like 6 months. I'm giving out my card to everybody, my numbers on my CDs, and I'm talking to people. I'm loading up my calendar. And I was on my way to Bay St. Louis. I got this 83 Coupe de Ville, and I finally got the doors. I got it painted. I got my interior done. I didn't have switches, but I had the interior done, and I had Dayton's. And I finally had a straight car. And I was riding across the bridge to Bay St. Louis. That's when it hit me, that I was paying my bills with rapper money. I was surviving as a rapper. I didn't have a job. I had 6 months worth of parties booked up. I was living on rap music. I was officially a rapper, you know where you paying bills with it. So that was all in 2000. 2000, I was just blowing up in Mississippi, all over Mississippi, getting over into Alabama, popping up into Tennessee, and then this booking agent wanted to start. I never had a booking agent. I just walk up to people like, "Can I rap at your spot?" Dude said, "I give you $50. You come rap in my house next week." Then I meet somebody at the $50 party that say, "I give you $200 if you come next week to my house." And every week it got higher and higher. One dude gave me $600 to rap on the back of his flatbed truck.
So that's the job right there.
Yeah,
that's
man.
That's a hell of a hustle, like a motherfucker.
It was kind of, I was,
and you doing something you like to do, so fuck it.
And it was just way better than the $150 a week, picking the chickens, because that was
You really had to go back there. So you was actually back there like grabbing the chickens by the neck and breaking their necks and shit?
Man, I had to hang the feet in the little hangers,
That's that down south work. My people from Gulfport, Mississippi, my grandfather, had a pig farm, so I used to hate going down there, man. It wasn't nothing but mud and just wet shit everywhere. I hated that shit, man.
Man, I like my trips to
Mississippi. You go to some people's house, they got grass out front. It's just, you go to this, man, you talking about just mud and just wet mud just everywhere, man. Fucking pigs and shit.
All I know is when I went to Mississippi, because you remember our parents in the hood, we never flew nowhere. We always got in the car and drove every motherfucking where.
Right.
It wasn't no planes, it wasn't no buses, wasn't no thing. You got in the car and you drove.
Yeah, we didn't fly into Gulfport, nigga. Wasn't no airport. You had to fly into
Did you drive from California down there?
We used to drive all the fucking time.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that shit. We had to fly if we flew or we was on the fucking Greyhound.
That's what I'm saying. Either one, the bus was a luxury.
Cross country, nigga, to Gulfport, Mississippi.
And it seemed like my pops wouldn't stop, dog, so we ride down to Mississippi. And all I remember when we went there, my mom, that's when I realized my moms and pops had left us. Because I noticed about 8 o'clock, my moms and pops had crept off, right? And I was like, I'm over there with my uncle and them, me and my brothers, and my little brother started crying like, where mama at? Where mom at? He tripping, right?
And dropped y'all ass off for the summer.
And we out there for the summer, dog. And all I remember, man, we all slept in the same motherfucker. It was the biggest, softest bed I ever had. I had one of them fat black, go on, baby, and go to sleep. She gave me a little kiss. So I went to bed, man, and I just remember it was silent. It was so dark.
She said, "Go on,
that
baby,
you can't help but just go to sleep because you don't hear nothing, and you hear the motherfucking bugs outside chirping. Because I'm from Ohio originally, right? So we would drive from Ohio down there, right? So I just remember, you wake up. My auntie put us to bed like around 8:30, dog, and had us wake up like at 4 in the morning. Because we wake up and it's like you come to the table, it's biscuits, chicken, grits, all like eggs, like a big thing. So everybody wake up and eat. And so I'm about to go back to bed. My uncle said, you gotta come out here. And it's like, I walked with him down to his garage and he had me picking up cinder blocks all day. And over this summer, that's how my arms got so big. That's how I got yoked, because I was working out with him. He had a construction company, so he would be down there building stuff. And he had the smallest construction company I ever had. He had one little bitty ass, with bulldozer, like a little bitty one, right?
Yeah.
Everything else was hand. I had to pick up these big buckets of cement. And then I knew he went home, it was another big dinner. You just went to bed, you took a bath, you went to bed, and you didn't talk back. My little brother, he suffered the consequences of that because he went down there talking back and got that ass whooping. Man, them switches, man, they had a switch that was braided up off the tree, and them switches down in Mississippi wrap around your ass.
That nigga said they wrap around.
You know, so you get hit right here, just wrap around your whole motherfucking arm. I saw my brother get his ass whooped, dog. I ain't say nothing smart. I didn't say nothing smart, but man, I liked it down there. So you blew up and you built this fan base. And I'm pretty sure Universal Records wound up winning out. Was it a bidding war going on for your services?
Yeah, man. It was I think I forget the other record company that was kind of. It wasn't Sony. It was this other one. I forget what they call. Not Atlantic. I think it might be Atlantic. I don't know. Might be Atlantic. But it was Universal and another company. But, Universal was putting the highest, amount of bread on the table.
That's what it is.
Do you look like back now, and do you feel like, do you wish you would have stayed independent instead of signing a deal?
No, brother. We manufacture rap songs, we sell them. When I wrote Because I Got High, I was doing good. But I had a family. And you know how, like, when you got it hard and your family living with her family, and they walking through the house like when y'all go get y'all own place type stuff, and y'all starting to have kids and blah, blah, blah. So I was doing good, but I needed some big boy money. I need some grown man money. I had my little caddy and I had but it's like I needed a house. I need to be in a position to tell my family, come on, I got
exactly establish your own.
Yeah. So I pushed me to the limit. I mean, there's only so much one man can do. And now I had a group of people telling me, okay, here's $250,000 advance. Here's $1 million publishing. You can have that little shit I wrote on that piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? I'll write you some other shit.
My nigga said you can have that little shit I wrote. Give me that green.
Yeah,
man.
Take
this green all day. Fuck that.
Yeah, you can take my high poetry. I'm glad I did something with my high ass.
Because I was just fucking around, just trying to write some shit down, doing something I like.
Right.
And y'all finna give me $1 million publishing and $250. Yeah, give it all here.
Yeah.
Y'all can have that shit.
That's yours. And I'm gonna go get a house and a car and some groceries. And
Let me ask you this, bro. So you in the house and you said you got people that's they being cool, but they talking shit in the low. When you got that check, did you floss on them any?
You know what? I couldn't do it.
You was thinking about doing it though.
Like you want to do that when you in the house and they talking shit and you mad, that's when you want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But after I got it, I was just happy to make it. I didn't feel like investing that kind of energy, that in your face type thing. At the same time, I didn't forget how they was.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't tripping. But, you know, I don't know, man. Some of that shake hands after the game, some of that sportsmanship got in me. You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So it's like, you know, motherfucker talk shit to you, it piss you off, it hurt. But then after you win, you can just go and be happy. Like, they see you.
Right.
They remember that bullshit they said.
Because most of them is still in the same position, so it really don't matter if you rub it in their face or not, because a motherfucker can already see that you done stepped up to, you know, a better position while they still struggling. So why rub it in a motherfucker's face?
Right.
You get me? That's just like when I tell kids on the field, man, just show it to a nigga on the field.
Yeah.
Let a nigga talk all day and point and do all that type of shit, but at the end of the day, you still gonna show that you better than the motherfucker. And then they look at the scoreboard at the end of the game. You ain't gotta do no more talking. You gonna walk through. You gonna walk across the field. You gonna shake a nigga hand and tell him good game. And then we gonna we gonna go back and feel this success while they be in the locker room kind of moaning over the shit. So. Sometimes you got to be the bigger motherfucker. You get me?
Most of the time. Most of the time.
I mean, you watch a motherfucker dunk, and after he dunk, he go run over to the other dude, and he like bouncing in his face a little too long. You know, it kind of make him look bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, homie, that's how you win.
I mean, because a lot of motherfuckers expect you to be the bigger motherfucker in the first place. You get me? Oh, you got some shit now, so why you got to rub it in their face? Okay, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to acknowledge that shit.
Yeah, all the time, man. You know what I find, man? Karma usually got a way of creeping up on a motherfucker's ass anyway. So I've never been a vengeful person, because I've come from the mind state, man, of look, I ain't going to invest no energy in that old negative ass shit. And I usually find when a motherfucker being fouled, it usually hit their ass back.
Yeah, it do. It
usually hit them right back in the mouth.
Shit, man, I've been fucked up, and then some shit come back on me, and then I've seen some other people fucked up, then some shit come back on them, and then sometimes I can get my revenge back with a little line in a rap song, you know. Like, you know, that's for me. That's, you know,
exactly.
They don't even listen to my music.
That satisfy your taste buds.
Yeah, man. That don't even piss them off. They don't play my music. So I'll say something, you know, like, yeah, you know, something like, you know, they call it the vaporish, or, you know, like the aha, you know, I win in the end, you know. This and that. You
do like talking some, man, you got a divorce, you made a whole project about it, man. he got a divorce, dog, and made a whole album about this shit. Talking a bunch of shit, dog. But before we get to that, man, this is what I want to talk to you about, because you live in Ohio, and I'm originally from old prejudice ass Ohio.
Okay.
You know, that's my home stomping ground. You out there now. You had the police department serve, like they raided your house. They raided your estate.
Yeah.
Kicked your doors in and everything else. Stole money and all kind of shit.
Dirty motherfuckers.
Stole money. He got him on camera, dog. Like, the video funny as a motherfucker, because it showed him from the standpoint, what he did was he integrated the footage that he saw from them doing shit, and he running through that motherfucker too, like he hiding from him. Like, this nigga pick up the couch, like he on hit behind the couch and shit, you know what I mean? And that shit really happened. That's kind of some scary shit, though, man, that the police can just come up in the motherfucker's crib like that, dog, on some speculation shit.
Yeah, man. Somebody was telling me about the leader of the Ku Klux Klan being like this sheriff in Indiana. He takes this woman on this dirt road and he rapes her. And then the lady tells him, she goes, I'm calling the law. And he was like, I am the law. You know what I'm saying? So America has a bully, and one cannot investigate or arrest oneself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's a guy in America that can do something to you and nobody can't do nothing to him. Immunity or whatever. He goes, you have a busted headlight. You say, no, I don't. He goes, yes, you do. See, you don't get what I'm saying. What he's saying is, I'm a legal criminal.
I can do what the fuck I want.
I'm a better criminal than you. So don't try to get bad with me.
Right.
Because I'm gonna be badder. You know what I'm saying? And that's that thing. Yeah. Come in your house. Now, you got two types of people in this world. You got good people and you got bad people. So, you know, bad people join the police. Bad people get jobs at McDonald's. Fuck up your order. Sir, can you pull up? Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bad people everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Real talk.
So bad people gonna join the police department too. Hey, boy. That's motherfucker ain't right. You know, this and that. But, yeah, man. You know, cops come up in the house. You know what I'm saying? I moved over there, you know, the black people in Cincinnati, they tell me about Adams County and, you know, I got high. I chased a girl over there. I don't care. I do it all. That Mac 10 line, I've been a rider since birth and the earth is my turf. I go anywhere I can afford and, you know, I do whatever I want to do. And the land's real cheap over there.
Oh, for sure.
And so I'm living like a king out there, you know what I'm saying? And I know they got, what's that? You know, I know I talk about weed a lot and I'm rapping about it and, you know. So they got probable cause to see if I got millions of pounds. This rumor's going, Afroman, you know, he got, you know, 420 pounds over there.
They just expecting to find gets bushels of motherfucking weed and shit.
And then, I'm rapping like, you know, Afroman, I got a pound, I'm out of town. You know.
Oh yeah, they gonna use that as, you know, nowadays shit. They use what you say against you.
That's what I'm saying is bait for real.
And that get them motherfuckers up there, you know, because they don't like weed in Indiana.
And on top of that, you on there, they looking at you, you signing all them little nice white booties, and they looking at you and your thing. You know they get mad, they can't stand that.
Yeah, man. You know them. We catch you know, it ain't all of them. I get a lot of love in that little country town, but then it's gonna be the yang too, you know.
Right.
I get the dudes that don't like me, you know, and that's fine too, you know. They sit and stare at me. So this one lawyer was asking me why I was staying out there. I was like, I got more peace staying with the Ku Klux Klan than in the hood. I was like, because they going to look at me and hate me, but they ain't going to touch me. They ain't going to do nothing to me. You know, motherfuckers is going to slide up on you and do what they got to do. Yeah. So it's like, I'm just, you know, I don't care about looks and they leave me alone. But then some of them come up to me and want pictures and I'm cool and boom, 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 boom. But yeah, you know, the police department, I trip when somebody go out of their way to be fucked up to you. When they invest a little too much energy to be fucked up, like I needed that police report for my insurance. Somebody broke in my motorhome. I had just got back from a little tour. Somebody broke in my motorhome, and the insurance people was going to replace a lot of the stuff they took, but they just needed the police report. So I just needed to go through the motions and get the police report. 3 days to come out there and take a report. Like what if, like they'll never catch a burglar. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to have cops get up off of traffic and go investigate all burglaries and murders. And until all of them is solved, don't be pulling nobody over, opening no new can of worms, shooting them, don't flinch, just doing all kind of new wild shit, But 3 days to come over to my house. Talking down, didn't give me a copy. We don't give copies out we have it at the station and this, that, and the other. I'm like, I need a copy of the report for the insurance. Yeah, no, sir, don't get, oh, wow. And then when I called up to the station to follow up with the progress of the investigation, they started acting like I was annoying them. So now it's like, sir, if you call up here again, it will get addressed.
Motherfuckers didn't like you.
Yeah, man. So then I get it. The police department wasn't designed to serve and protect me.
But you dissed them, though.
Huh?
You dissed them, though. You got their ass from that song.
Oh, yeah. I mean, afterwards, in the end, that's, a rapper gonna do what a rapper gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get my money off of him one way or another.
Fro comes with a diss record. He divorced. If he get a divorce, he making a diss record. He get the Adams County Police coming out. I was laughing like a motherfucker. Cause you would.
But like we were saying, it gotta just be it just gotta be a hating motherfucker who just feels like, I just want to harass a motherfucker because he black and because he live in this county, and how a motherfucker feels like because of your color or whatever you represent, that it's places like that still that feel like, why you live here?
Yeah,
you get me?
Motherfuckers right around.
I used to get pulled over in certain areas. And the first thing the motherfucker would ask me was,
"What you doing?
Doing over here?"
Boom.
Like, what the fuck do you mean by that?
I got wheels on the car.
I remember when I fucking first moved to Marietta, and I went inside a Subway coming from the gym, and it was highway patrol in there, and I'm in there just trying to get something to eat from coming from the gym, but he in front of me. He came order because he's so busy looking at my tattoos, right? Like, niggas ain't supposed to be in Marietta, right? Mm-hmm. So he can't even order because he looking at my tattoos and shit. So the motherfucker stepped back and asked me, and he said it straight up, "Do you mind if I ask you, what are you doing out here?" And I'm like, "What do you mean by that?" And the nigga straight up said, "Did you get paroled out here?" And I'm like, "What you mean that I get paroled, motherfucker?" "No, I live out here." And they really be having a hard time figuring why you pick here to move?
So he was really looking at you like, what the fuck you doing out here?
Yeah, nigga thought I got paroled from prison, and somebody must live in Marietta, and that's where I got paroled to. So I told him, "No, nigga, I just moved out here. I thought it was a decent area." That motherfucker.
Like you know what? Like, you don't want to be safe and live in a good community. That's what trips me out. Like, we don't want to be somewhere where it's nice and safe.
The trip of it is that it's motherfuckers who really feel like, why did you pick here to move? Like basically we should be confined to certain areas and shit because, so what, I grew up in Compton and whatever. Right. Motherfucker, somebody told me, "Oh, you should check out Marietta. The houses are whoop-de-whoop, you get bang for your buck." Mm-hmm. I got a little kid, a son I want to raise outside of, being in the shit. Mm-hmm. But it's motherfuckers who will actually look at you and give you those looks when you walk through the grocery store, you pull up at the gas station, and this motherfuckers be like, "What the fuck?" You picked here to move? I'm thinking I'm going somewhere that's, but it's still places like that. Like you saying, motherfuckers just give you the look. Like, why this motherfucker pick? Why, of all places, Afroman could have moved? Right. Why you picked to move to Adams County? Right. Why? And you thinking like, shit, nigga, I'm trying to go somewhere, give me some land and property and live like a king and be posted up.
Sure.
And motherfuckers feel like, why here?
And then when they actually give you bad service and kind of got that I did it type attitude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like really go forward. Like, whatever they do, if it's they work at McDonald's, they mess up your order and don't care, or if the Walmart man with the oil, he'll make you wait too long and don't care, and kind of like, just watching that extra hella energy, just like if I don't like nobody, I say, oh, I don't like that, but I don't go fucking with the dude though. You know what I'm saying? He ain't bothering me. I don't bother him. You know what I'm saying?
If I don't know you, I ain't got no reason to not like you. You get me? Yeah, that's my thing. If I don't know you, I don't have no reason to just not like you. You get me? I don't even know you, motherfucker. So who I don't know. That's where I keep it at. But like you said, you can move into a neighborhood, and the minute a motherfucker see you, and they don't know shit about you, they just automatically, why the motherfuckers move over here?
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you this too, especially, and you got to think about this with Fro Eiht. You probably got one of the biggest cribs out there. You probably got a spot with the most land out there too.
No, there's some cowboys out there that me. I'm just doing me. My garage is bigger than my house. I just want somewhere. I just want to keep all my lowriders out the snow. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice little farmhouse. It's I got 2 houses on 10 acres. So I chased a girl out there, and her brother had the land for sale. And I bought it was some cheap land, so I bought it from him. And I put up a house with her. Me and her used to argue and fight all the time. So I'd go back to Mississippi every time we got in a fight. I had some more land in Mississippi. Then she'd be like, oh, baby, come back. And I'd drive all the way back up. And then we get another fight. I drive back to Mississippi. So what I did, just bought the house next door when they went up for sale. So when we get in a fight, I just go next door. And I was gone. And then she was like, yeah, dinner's ready. I come walking back across the field. You know what I'm saying? But I got 2 houses on 10 acres. And
10 acres, damn.
Yeah, I got 2 houses on 10 acres. One house on 5, with kids, whatever, they own this side, whatever. Then I go work in my other house. I got my studio, my rapping partners or my G homies come over or whatever. P's come through town. They all come to my little record company recording spot, but I got it set up like a house. That's my man cave. I go over there.
That's dope right there. That's dope right there.
I get into it with her, I keep all my clothes over there. It ain't gonna be throwing my clothes in the yard, none of that shit, my shit over at my house.
You just walk right back across the thing. But that's good because you got your kids and everybody else, they over there, so they still get to see Pops whenever they want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this, bro, because weed ain't legal in Ohio yet.
Not recreationally, no.
Not recreationally, but I think it's gonna happen.
Oh, it is.
Have you ever thought? I'm pretty sure you having one of the biggest weed songs of all time, if not the biggest weed song of all time. I don't know, it's up for debate. You've had a lot of opportunities, I assume, in the marijuana industry come your way because of that song. Have you ever thought about if it became legal in Ohio, possibly growing marijuana on that land?
Yeah, I'm learning this. Blah blah blah. Like, there's 12 hours in a day. At some point, a man gotta say, "I'm no longer a mechanic. I'm no longer a plumber. I'm a carpenter. I'm gonna be a good ass carpenter, and I'm gonna go home." You know what I'm saying? But I'm a rapper.
You ain't getting into none of that other shit.
Man, I ain't no farmer. You know what I'm saying? I ain't go. It sounds good.
Just because I bought the land don't mean
I know, man. I ain't finna be like somebody
on the tractor and all that shit.
But somebody, I'm gonna be somewhere around. I've been out here 23 years, and people still want to get high. I can't be at home long enough to consistently run a farm.
For real.
You know, I can't even grow corn and collard greens and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Another question. Okay, so you've been rapping just about as long as I've been rapping. Okay, you still out there performing, doing shows, whatever. How do you feel about people saying that it should be an age restriction for you rapping?
No, that's the beautiful thing about music. See, it should be an age restriction for an athlete or something. But if he's out there doing good, let him go. You know what I'm saying? What I like about being a musician as opposed to an athlete is I can sing till I die. B.B. King sat down on the stage. 100-something years. I've been downhearted, baby. Dun, dun. Ever since the day we met. And so, that being said, I'm intrigued about being an old entertainer. I was intrigued by Chuck Berry. Then what intrigued me was how they get more money the older they get. And then it's like, we could have got that money at a young age, but our brains wasn't thinking like them. Them dudes is veterans. You know, Chuck Berry is a veteran. You know, he got what he got back with them little black and white pictures when, you know, when he was young. But I was watching him as a 50-year-old man to his reunion. Rock and roll is dead until Chuck Berry come to town. You see what I'm saying? You know, Gangsta Rap is old until, you know, Eiht, Cube, or Mac, or somebody, you know, from that era come. Blues is dead until B.B. King come to town. Yeah. If B.B. King, he did that genre right. They know him, the blues is alive. And then just like real estate, it gets more value the older you get. You know, I go out to a club, they don't play nothing I grew up on now. So a dude could come up, old school night with DJ 80s, $100 at the door. I got to pay it because the music I used to listen to is valuable to me. It's so valuable that I got to pay this extra dollar to hear it. In order to make this guy keep cranking it out for me, I got to give him an incentive to do it. I got to let him know that these songs are a demand. So I got to pay extra money to see something I like now. Or I got to go see something I don't like. I got to go see Tekashi 6ix9ine. You know what I'm saying? I got to go pay. But if I want to watch Cube and 40 and 8 and that good stuff I grew up with, yeah, man, 150. Let's go, brother.
Yeah, well, you know what it is, Eiht. I noticed hip-hop will be 50 years old this year. It'll be 50 years old this year. Hip-hop is the only music genre and that was, you know, harp on people's age. But I got an interesting statistic for y'all. I never heard nobody in the street saying somebody was too old to rap. I've heard white folks in those offices, though. When I was A&R in the publishing, you know, the publishing world, oh, he's a little mature. And I'm talking about, he's 29, 30 years old. Like, what are you talking about? We not going to sign him because he's not, you know, 21, 22?
I used to like anybody that could rap. You could be in jail. If you could rap, Dolomite, this old man used to play chess with me. And he'd say these, he'd be like, he'd say it was, I kind of got a little bit of, I got that introduction to my crazy rap from him. He'd be like, it was just sundown in a border town built at the gates of hell, where the women and men indulged in sin, but it's much too violent to tell. There came a man walking through the land named Boot Hill Flash McCoy. He played with his gun in the morning sun like a kid would play with his toy. He was wanted around and hated in town, therefore he kept much to himself. The man was so fast he took a looking glass and beat his motherfucking self. He was talking all this cowboy shit, you know, but like he he was a good rapper.
That's
though.
hard, though.
You know, Dolomite. I was born in a barrel of butcher knives, shot in the ass, 2 Colt 45s. I drunk an ocean, ate an eel. I chew railroad iron and shit out steel, and boom, boom, boom. They was rappers, and there was old men, and the old men had funnier rhymes. This is Bloodfly, the master class. I'm here to sock some soul to your ass. You know, so, and then I watch the old people in church. The old women get up there and sing. They tear the place up. Them old gospel groups, the Mighty Clouds of Joy.
They tear shit up.
Yeah. So I done seen too many old people do it better than young people, and then teach them.
And that's what it should be, man. And that's what I'm saying. Hip hop, by being only 50 years old, I think we in a place now to where you seeing like. It's a whole bunch of cats getting on at 30, 35 now. I don't think, if that was the case, Ross didn't really get on till he was 34 or 35.
Man, that dude was an old man that made Hat Sideways with Your Pants Hanging Down. How old was he, man? That was an old-ass man.
What song was that?
He probably touring right now singing that song somewhere.
What song was that?
Some old man, you can see, he was talking about young brothers. He was like, you got your hat sideways and your pants hanging down.
Oh, yeah, he went viral.
Yeah.
He went viral. He probably somewhere making some money. It's just like that girl that had those horrible-ass song back in the day. What was that shit? It's so cold in the D. Remember that shit? It's so cold in the D? She had it cracking. I think she had like 20, 30 million views or some shit like that, man. So it's like, music is very very subjective thing, man. It's all in what a motherfucker like. And if a motherfucker is still jamming, dog, and going out getting this motherfucking money, he should. I don't give a fuck for nigga 80. Hey, we in that generation, you think you gonna be able to ever stop singing The Hood Took Me Under? Hell no. You think you will ever be able to stop? Y'all immortalized, dog. That's one thing that music does to our heroes. You get immortalized through them records. Like, that song's gonna live on forever, dog, because it's like a hit point in time in history. Because I got high, time stamp in history. People are gonna be listening to that shit 100 years from now, dog, when we not even here no more. They gonna be looking at this fucking podcast. Gonna be like, that was them niggas right there. This nigga did this. That dude went on to do this and do, you know what I'm saying? So we in a dope ass period of time, dog. Everything is documented. Can't nobody front.
Yeah. And it ain't over till you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got breath in your body, you can do something. Rodney Dangerfield didn't blow up till he was an old man. It took him. He had to live his life he had to live his whole life to realize he didn't get no respect.
Exactly.
Then he had something to say. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So man, one more thing I wanted to get into with you real quick. You have a very musical background. You are more musical than the average rapper. Like, you play the bass and you produce all your own shit, right? Produce everything.
Not all of it now. You know, of course, I be politicking and working with people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a dope beat, I'll take it. I'll rap it. I want everything good. I want everything I got good. I want everything you got good. I do work with other people, but when I first started, I didn't have no money and no clout. You know, so I was making all my tracks, you know. Yeah.
That wound up being a benefit for you, actually, though, I would say.
Yeah, man, because, you know, I didn't have to pay nobody. Like, I'd hear, at first, everybody was rapping off of a sample. You know, but I'd hear, I was a bassline type of man, and I'd hear Too Short, I'd hear guitars. And it wasn't a sample. They might play something I heard ish. But I heard Life Is and I heard City of Dope. I was like, man, I don't have to hire some dude to loop me no record or nothing. I can just, if I can get a drum machine. My biggest thing was playing to the beat so you didn't hear, so my shit just didn't sound sloppy. And my bass line didn't sound sloppy, you know what I'm saying? But I started liking bass. Most of the time I like the bass line in a rap song. Dum da dum dum da da dum dum da dum 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 dum.
That bass get us all the time.
Yeah, man, you know. So it worked out. I forgot I knew how to play the guitar. When I was in Mississippi, I was playing, playing guitars and stuff. When I got to LA, you know what I'm saying, cats had radios and we was just playing rap tapes and stuff. So I was, trying to be cool with, the LA homies. So the old people make me bring my guitar out and play it. But if I forget I played it. You know what I'm saying? But when I started rapping and I didn't have no money to pay people to give me instrumentals, I got me a drum machine and I tuned that bass up and put that lead track on there. Yes, it saved me a lot of money and it gave me the sound I wanted, Mm-hmm. Like I like soul, like Isaac Hayes, Do Your Thing. You know what I'm saying? Like the bass line on Give It Up. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I be wanting them.
You a soul dude yourself, eh?
Yeah. I didn't do when I started off, I didn't want to rap the typical what everybody else was doing. Everybody was doing Parliament, everybody doing Funkadelic so I used to listen to shit like Isaac Hayes, the Meters and shit like that. And that's where we got our sounds from. But I didn't want to do Easy and everybody was doing the Parliament,
the funk,
that shit.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day.
Yeah, and I just felt like I wanted to come from a different direction than what other niggas. I wanted to tell stories. I didn't want to be all fast paced and whatever. I want to tell a niggas who came through the hood last night and tried to blast. I want to tell niggas and I felt like you had to do that to more sinister fucking, like you said, baseline type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I never felt when I started writing raps because nigga, I was still in Drag New every day. You get me? Even when I was making records and still touring and all of that, I would get off the plane and go right to the block because I still felt like that's where I wanted to be. So my music was always about what was going on in the neighborhood. I didn't know shit else. Like I said, I didn't shit up until the only thing we did was went to Mississippi and came back, and we came straight back to Compton. So when I started making music, I didn't want to be all I didn't give a fuck about motherfuckers dancing. I didn't give a fuck about niggas. I wanted niggas to sit in their cars and listen to my shit talk about one time came through last night, so-and-so went to jail, the niggas across the street came through, or the enemies came through, or so-and-so did this, or the homie got jacked, and that's all I knew. So I didn't want to talk about shit else.
That's crazy. That was your thing, man. You know what though? I think all that stuff serves its place in the body of music. You feel what I'm saying? I think everybody listen to people for a mood, because I know I was really on your stuff, man, real heavy about a month ago, just listening to it, man. I said, this dude, because the shit you be saying be funny as a motherfucker, dog, but it be some real shit. I can feel where you coming from. What I can say, man, he mad on this motherfucker, but he really clowning though. You know what I'm saying? Now, these people, when they hear these records, like when your ex-wife hear this record, man, was she mad? Has anybody ever threatened a lawsuit? You know, people real litigious nowadays.
Okay. This is how I look at it. One of my urges was to beat her ass. But I took all bad energy and wrote lyrics. Mm-hmm. Then I put some music down. What I was trying to do is convert that bad energy into some money, something positive. All that energy. You ever get a homeboy going through it with his woman, he calling you up, he talking. Now you listening. He ain't making no money. You ain't making no money because you listening to him. All of this energy is going in the wrong direction. How do you turn that bad energy? She was on my mind. I was angry about it. So I got to get paid. That if you take so much of my time, I got to convert that into money because we only got time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You can get money back, but you can't get that time.
You can't get time back. Time is the ultimate commodity.
Chick get off in your head and she messing up your time. Then it's obviously something. Your mind is on it. So then I just start writing. Boom, boom, and then I was just trying to change all that hostility, this, that, and the other. Converted into some money. Maybe somebody can relate to it, and then it's therapy. If a guy gets mad at his girl and he listens to that album, he'll relate to it. He'll laugh, but he won't hit her. He won't do anything that's going to mess up his life. He's gonna do the next best thing. Leave. Go get him to some money, go get something better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had the solution. I presented the problem, but I presented the solution, And I'll be like, fuck you, bitch, goodbye. I had to walk out the house today. You always got something to say. Some dude's gonna relate to that,
A lot of them.
Yeah, so I took all that energy and that song sounds better to me than the reality of squad cars being there, me jumping on her, the kids watching me jump on her. Instead of all of that, that last argument you gave Daddy made the family $250,000. It was one of my smaller selling records, but it went to something positive.
Exactly.
Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, that was just me turning that bad energy into some money.
Have you ever done any acting?
Every day. I just need to get in a real movie and get paid for it.
Right.
Hey, well, we got some, we got some plays we finna run, man.
Okay.
We got some plays for sure in that world that we finna run, man. I really appreciate you, man, coming on, man. It's been one of my most, and we don't have a lot of people on this show, Eiht, and this has definitely been one of my most enjoyable. Cause you got a dope ass spirit about yourself, man. Like your energy is right, man. Cause I be feeling stuff, you know what I mean?
Okay, church.
You got a real positive aura about yourself, man. So I look forward to the things that we go, doing more business and chopping up some more things, man. New projects, anything coming out new?
Yes, I got an album coming out February 1st. It's called Famous Player. I'm a famous player, doing the best I can, putting some paint where it ain't, trying to be a better man. Famous Player, that's coming out. People go subscribe to my YouTube channel, OG Afroman. Finna start doing a bunch of little shows on my YouTube channel. If you got a product or a service you want to advertise, you know what I'm saying, hit me up. Hit up my man Josh on my Instagram so we can get you a commercial. Why they cheap right now. Vote for Afroman for president. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
Legalize cannabis, all 50 states. You know what I'm saying? Reparations for slavery, 40 acres. And the mule. I want my mule too, baby.
That's right.
Hey man, I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff. If you was a natural man and you switched over, you cannot be in the female sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna cut a lot of stuff out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Cut out all this foolishness.
Yeah, man. We're gonna make the bathrooms. We're gonna put prayer back in the school. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring. I will secure the border and everything. I'm pro-life. If a girl gets raped, I feel like she has the option to do what she want to do from there. And, ask me and I'll tell you, you know what I'm saying? I ain't right, but I'm honest.
That's right.
That's one of the things before we go that really tripped me out on your platform, man. All this foreign aid. You said we cut foreign aid out to these other countries.
Yeah, we got some foreign aid going to the Africans, African Americans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, over here.
Yeah, we need that. You know, I'm going to do a study about, man, every now and then I hear somebody informed talk about how the government, you know, gave, you know, the natives their own land, gave them their casinos. Like, they got their own set of rules inside of the American rules. Like, you know.
Well, we can't get nothing, though.
We going to get it. We can. We got to,
like,
we ain't, you know what? Hey.
Some people who come from different countries, wars, whatever, they come here, they get houses, they get to open businesses. Not saying that, you know, like, you know, back in the days, you know, they had Black Wall Street, whatever, and you know, they burnt it down and all that. Not saying that we could, but why is it so hard to give black people that ease that they give the other races?
Right, man. You're the complete opposite.
Like you said, they fucked over the Indians, right?
Yeah, but
Indians got whatever, they get the casinos and they get the whatever, but we got, you know, black people got fucked over.
Yeah, man. You know what? Don Juan and even the Bible say, he be like, he joke, he be like, you have not because you ask not. You know, like, we ask. That's why I'm telling people to vote for me. You know, we gonna ask the country. We need these things. If the country don't give it to you, if I get in the office, I'll take it. You know, you tell your homeboy come to your house like, hey, fix me a sandwich. You be like, nah, it's in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? The mayonnaise, the knife in the drawer. Mm-hmm. Well, I might have to do it like that. You know, I might have to go in there and say, hey, they're not going to get it, but, you know, you put me in office, I'm going to pay. You know, I'm going to get into the Federal Reserve and pay everybody for slavery. I'm going to set up land that's not being used that can go to the descendants of slaves. You know what I'm saying? All these, I drive through them all the time. I be driving cross country. I'm like, what are they doing with this? You know what I mean? It's just out there. You know, and I know people probably ain't going to leave New York and wherever they live and come to that land, but you know, if we discussed it all, they could get some of that land off the freeway. You know what I'm saying? All that open land, you know, each black person could get an acre. But they even said it, 40 acres and a mule. You know, gee whiz. Now, I don't know the population then and the population now, but if the population of black people is the same and they was offering 40 acres back then, you know, I notice how I live better now that I got space. You know, I think if a lot of black people had some space, or people, all human beings need space. If they had some space, I think they'd be better off. It's more therapeutic. I got space. I can turn my music up. I'm not annoying another person. You know, I can grow my bushes up, don't even see that. But I can really be in my own world, really be my castle. You know what I'm saying? People need land. People need space. You know, all these homeless people, these little, you pay $5,000 for a little cubby hole, man. All that stuff drive you crazy after a while. For real. Need some space.
For real, man. Man, it's been a pleasure, man.
Definitely.
It's been a pleasure, man. And y'all heard what it is. Give them that date one more time, Fro.
Yeah, it's going to be February the 1st. February 1st, go get that new Afroman album, Famous Player. Go get that album, Lemon Pound Cake. You know what I'm saying? With all the songs on there talking about the Adams County Sheriff Department. You know what I mean? Turning that bad thing into a good thing. A song, I'm going to have a good time. Will you help me repair my door? Why you disconnecting my video camera? Yeah.
Hey, man.
I think it's fucking with him. Yeah. That's how I like it, though. That's official.
You know I got to get one from you before you go, man. Can we get up?
Man, I've been smoking so much weed I can barely do that anymore. Yeah.
And we gone.
That's official.
Just